Today we are going to discuss this problem number 12 from the chapter number 4, I think. It's chapter number 5, Newton's laws of motion. In short, we call NLM. The problem number 12. I have drawn a symbolic diagram. This capital M is shown there, a man, and on these two sides where the force F is shown, there are two other persons who are pulling this man from this ditch. This is some deep down ditch. Now I'm making a symbolic diagram that this man inside the ditch has mass M, and these people exert force F. There is tension T generated in this rope, and definitely this T must be equal to the force F. Whatever the force is exerted on the string, it is revealed in the form of tension. Now, first thing, this side is H, this is D. First thing we need to prove that as this person moves up, the value of the force required, or say tension, increases. Okay, let's solve it. Here theta, I take this component T cos theta, this component T sin theta. From this side, this is T cos theta, and this is T sin theta. Now T sin theta and sin theta cancel out each other. This mg is downwards. Now T cos theta plus T cos theta will balance mg. I should write here 2T cos theta is equal to mg, then T is equal to mg by 2 cos theta. Now T is equal to F, as I have told. F is T. Now first thing to be proved, if theta increases, then cos theta decreases. As you move from 0 to 90, cos theta goes from 1 to 0. So denominator decreases, then complete quantity will increase. So first part itself proves if theta increased, then cos theta decreased and T is increased. T is the force exerted by the rope. Got it? Now next question asked is, find the value of T when this situation is this distance D and the depth is H. I draw a fresh diagram. This is like this way. This is H. This is D by 2. Now this is theta and I call this R, suppose. Then cos of theta. Actually in this question only important thing is to finding the value of cos theta. Cos theta is H by R. H by R is H square plus D square by 4. R is H by R root of H square plus D square by 4. Now the situation becomes quite simpler. It is mg by 2 cos theta. In place of cos theta I write H square plus D square by 4. You can further simplify it taking 4 as common, and root of 4 will be 2. Well, next question we are going to discuss is question number 13. There is a lift or say elevator which is moving down with acceleration 2 meter per second square. There are two blocks A and B. A is placed over B. Mass of A is m1, which is given 0.5 or half kg. Now the question is, what is the force exerted by m1 on m2? Okay, what force m1 will exert on m2? Let's see here. This m1, first of all, there is force of gravity on it. The earth pulls A with force m1g. Now m1 is placed on the surface of B. It will push the surface of B with some force, suppose with n1. Here is the B. Suppose it pushes down with n1. Then in form of reaction, this n1 works on upwards on m1. Now this is reaction on n1 and the same action is on B. Now this n1 is the force exerted by B on A, and this n1 is the force exerted by A on B. Action and reaction, equal and opposite, working on two different objects. Now we need to find the value of n1. This is the force which A exerts over B. If I observe this lift from the outside frame, not from the inside, okay, from inside I will have to assume pseudo force. I want to avoid that. I am observing from outside. Then from outside this A will look like moving downwards. Now it will look moving downwards with acceleration A. Now I have simple formula that net force downwards m1g minus n1 is equal to m1a, and m1g minus m1a is equal to n1. Now m1g minus a is n1. n1 is the force, action reaction between A and B, and n1 would be our answer. m1 is 1 by 2, g is 10, a is 2, and finally I get 8 by 2 means 4 newtons, the value of n1. This is 4 newton. Got it? Look again, I have seen from the frame outside, from the ground frame, where need not to talk about pseudo force.